Hey yo, what's going on everybody? It's Tylarious, aka Ty Killington. Yeah, man. Alright, in this video, we're going to be going over the podium vehicle for this week, the Itali RSX. Alright, we'll be going over the customization, the performance, whether or not you should give it a try to win from the wheel in the casino, and if you can't win it this week, whether or not you should go ahead and make the purchase on this vehicle. Alright, now before we go any further, make sure you guys subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications, and if you enjoyed the video, definitely drop a like. That absolutely helps out, man. Let's set a podium vehicle review goal. Likes. Let's try and get, I don't know, what, 300? Let's try and do 300. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's try and knock that out, man, alright? So, the Itali RSX, actually, when this vehicle was released, there was a lot of hype around this because it is a contender. You know, the sports class is dominated by the Itali GTO and the Praia. So this is a contender. We'll talk about that. If you go on to buy it, it is a whopping $2,598,000 and some change. All right, so keep that in mind. Now, we'll go over the customization real quick. And one thing that I always say, if you watch my videos on the car reviews, if a vehicle is $1 million plus, I really prefer it to have a lot of customization because the vehicle classes are broken in this game. There are so many cars in the sports class, yet there's only one or two that are viable to race with and be competitive with. So if, you know, you're not going to be getting the car for competition reasons, you need to have it for, you know, customization. Absolutely. And the Itali RSX, it definitely delivers in the customization. There's a lot of good customization options in this with this vehicle, and that is actually really nice because there's also really good performance. And again, we'll talk about that here in a minute. But I just love it when, you know, everything kind of justifies the price. Of course, almost 2.6 million is extremely expensive. That's more than this car is more than the Kasaka submarine, the base price. I mean, think about that, you guys. Think about that. The Kasaka submarine, which is the best money-making vehicle in the game, is like 2.2 million. Now, of course, to get extra stuff, it's going to be more. But the base price is less in this car. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay? So, again, got to have some customization. There is 11 liveries with this vehicle, and they look great. And I'll say this. I think the RSX is a beautiful car. It's not my favorite overall in design, but it's really nice. I like it a lot. And no matter if it was great for performance or not, I think this would be a great vehicle to add to your garage for customization and just for being a collector's vehicle. You've got rear panel options, which you see right here, which is always nice, and kind of, you know, check that out. Now, I've had mine for a while. I've used it. I've tested it. I've ran races with it. It's, you know, it's not bad. It really isn't. You got your primary color options right there. And, of course, with a lot of your customization, you've got the primary, the secondary. But again, the RSX, it does deliver in a lot of different kind of, you know, features and just customization in general. All right, you got some interior trim color, which you can set, which is nice. You got the crew emblem you can put in the door. It's not too big, not too small. Looks good right there. It does clash with some of the liveries, obviously. You've got several different roof options as well. You got the inset, the carbon inset, carbon striped, the ridge line. It looks nice. If you want to sell it, you'll get around 1.7 for it. You know, depending on what you have built, you know, whatever you invest in the vehicle, you'll get a percentage of that back. So if you do win it, you won't make any money, but you'll kind of get the car at a discount. You know what I mean? So saving money is a form of making money, I guess you could say, which is nothing wrong with that. You've got 21 different spoiler options. Very cool, very good. I like that a lot. It's good to have, you know, extra spoiler options. Nothing wrong with giant wings and you know, little lips and stuff like that. That's cool. The quick fix is nice. I like that. That's the ducktail. Very good right there. What else we got? The carbon body one. The secondary, you got the bunny wings. You got the arrows. I like the arrows. It looks really, it's very aggressive. Not a lot of cars have that, so I think that's nice. You got your suspension upgrades. I wish there was a slight camber. Nothing too crazy. Just a little bit of a camber, but again, no big deal. I like it. It looks good. It looks clean. You can adjust a little tail fin on top as well. Most people, if you see this on a car, it's usually the satellite radio antenna. But for this vehicle, I do think for a high performance vehicle in real life, it would be more for aerodynamics. I would assume maybe just a satellite radio antenna, but whatever. It's all good. Your window tints, obviously. Now, checking this vehicle out, it is a all-wheel drive vehicle, and there is a lot of power to the front tires, as you see right here. And this does affect the handling and the overall performance of the RSX, and we'll talk about that here real quick. Now, when we pop the doors, I always love just checking this out and see what it looks like. Some of the cars you'll spend millions on, and the engine looks like a paper mache 2D. It looks terrible. This looks really good, though. Got a trunk in the front, and the engine looks really nice in the back. All right, let's get into the performance. And like I said, the RSX is competitive. It is the first car that's been brought into the sports class since the Itali GTO that can actually be considered viable option in racing. All right, now we're doing a top speed straight line, and the RSX is fast. It is going to be in the top 3. It's right in between the Pariah and the Itali GTO. It's very, very competitive top speed. However, the Pariah still is just going to dominate in top speed. I wouldn't say dominate, but it still has the edge. So if you are doing races that have a lot of, it's a bigger track, more straightaways, I would opt to go with the Pariah, and especially if you're good with the Pariah and you know how to handle it, because the Pariahs are, it's a little bit more difficult to drive. It's a little bit looser. So as long as you can get that down, you can be pretty successful with it. Now, going around a track, the RSX is actually very comfortable to drive, but it does have a problem with understeer. Okay, it's almost all the cars in the game that are all-wheel drive have the same problem. Because they have a lot of power going to the front tires, it definitely hurts them with with handling. So the understeer is a little bit of an issue, and there's like a weird, I don't know, the car does get a little slidey on you when you're hitting the corners and you're trying to get out. It does get a little loose, and it shouldn't do that. Typically, it's the rear-wheel drive cars that act like that. So it's still going to be in the top 3, okay? Now, would it be my everyday choice? No, but you can use this to race with. I would probably overall still take the Pariah and the GTO over the RSX on a regular basis, but I'm telling you, the RSX will be competitive, especially on a shorter track that doesn't need to have the top-end speed, but it's still a very fast car top-end wise, all right? So there you have it. And my recommendation, do you have to have this car? No. But is it absolutely something that you should go for in that, if you're tired of the Pariah and the GTO? Yeah, definitely. Add this to your collection. It's got good customization. Definitely try and win that vehicle from the wheel this week. And if not, save up the money. I would make this purchase eventually. Would I make it over the Pariah or the GTO? No. But would I add it to my collection? Yes, 100%. All right? You guys, thank you so much for coming out. Make sure you subscribe to my channel for the illest and realest content in the game. Smash that like button. See you guys on the next one, right? Peace out. Yeah.